The views and opinions provided on this show are for informational purposes only and should not be misinterpreted as an offer to buy or sell any securities or to make or consider any investment or course of action. For more information, please go to passiveinvestorshow.com. Hey PI listeners, this is John Fortes. I'm making it a point to speak to as many investors as possible. My goal is to position myself to be a blessing to my network through conversation. How could one be a blessing through conversation? The easy answer is by listening. A simple conversation can open many opportunities and doors. I always ask myself this: what do I have to lose by having one more conversation? Going back to high school, I've connected friends and family in my network to one another, even if it didn't benefit me. And I continue those same principles and practices. Why? Because it's the right thing to do. If I can't help you, I probably know someone or something that can probably solve your problem. I'd love for you to become a part of that network. Go to www.johnfortes.com, create your investor profile, and schedule a call. How can I best serve you through conversation? In the words of Clarence the Angel from It's a Wonderful Life, no man is a failure who has friends.
And now, the Passive Investor Show. Here's your host, John Fortes.
Welcome, PI listeners, to the Passive Investor Show. I'm the Passive Investor Consultant, John Fortes, your host of the only ranked podcast for passive investors in multifamily syndications and real estate funds. Our goal and purpose of this show is to be a resource to investors and help them master their passive investments by beating inflation 1% at a time. Just in case you didn't get enough of Ashely Wilson, we brought her back one more time. This is part of our infamous Investor 101 series. It's a quick question in case you don't know and you're new to the show. Ashely, it's great to have you back. Thank you for joining us and thank you for your time again.
Thank you for having me again.
Awesome. In case you want to hear more of Ashely, revert back to the previous episode. It is just the one before this. We released them in sequence. So Ashely, my one question for you is, when you're starting your investment firm, what makes you authentic in the industry?
What makes me authentic is I focus on asset and construction management. I focus on the meat and potatoes of the investment, and people can rely on me to provide very transparent information about the deal, from acquisition through operations through closeout. So I'm not sugarcoating anything. I am telling you exactly how the deal is doing. And I think that builds trust because I come at it from a very operational point of view.
Thanks for that. Now, what has been the most helpful with investors on the operational side that you're translating back to them? Is it your communications with them, or is it just the fact that you just know a little bit more of how the business plan is operating?
I think what helps with me is I believe in the theory that when someone's expectations meet reality, they have happiness. And when there's a disconnect, then there is a feeling of being let down. So what I like to do from the very start is be very transparent about the communication process. So with all of my investments, we do a monthly operational overview in the form of a newsletter, and we do a quarterly webinar on all of the financials. We also provide access to all of the financials so investors can access any information they need about their investment at any time.
Ashely, thank you again for coming on the show. It's been great having you here. Where can we find you?
You can find more about me at badashinvestor.com, which is BADASH investor.com. From there, you can link to all of my companies and my book. And you can also follow me on Instagram at badashinvestor.
Real quick before we let you go, speak on the book.
I am very fortunate that I had 19 co-authors write the book titled The Only Woman in the Room: Knowledge and Inspiration from 20 Women Real Estate Investors. It is a look into 20 women's real estate journeys through multiple asset classes from diverse backgrounds, actually from authors all over the world. We have several contributors from Canada, one from Finland, a few expats who've immigrated to the US. They are at different points in their investing journey, and they all have incredible, valuable information that if you're looking to get into different asset classes, I'm sure you can relate to one of them. There, you can find this best-selling book on Amazon. So just search The Only Woman in the Room and my name, Ashely L. Wilson, and you'll be able to find it and purchase it there.
I'll provide a link in the show notes for you. I appreciate you coming on, Ashely. Thank you for sharing your wealth of information.
Thank you again for having me.
That's it, PI listeners, and we're done for today. Join us next week. Don't forget to download your free copy of the investment tracker. It allows you to track up to 5 investments, compare sponsors, markets, and most importantly, projected versus actual returns. To get your copy, go to www.projectedreturns.com. PI listeners, thank you for listening. As always, we hope this was the best resource for your investment strategy, but also the best use of your time. Remember, if this episode helps you, you can help us by leaving a review on iTunes. I hope you feel compelled enough to share it with someone you think this would resonate with as well. As much as it pains us to leave you, but you know what time it is. Time to go put this into practice. Till the next time we meet, happy investing. PI listeners, I'm grateful for your time and I appreciate you for listening. It would mean the world to me if you went to iTunes and left a rating and written review. Let me know how you feel about the show. It really makes a big difference with getting the podcast out there. Don't forget about our Facebook group, where all of our guests are members of. I'll be there to answer any of your questions, or even questions you might have for future guests. Subscribe so you can get the latest episodes and our fan favorite quick hitters. Finally, I want to keep you updated, so head over to johnfortes.com and sign up for the newsletter. If you're interested in partnering with me, sign up on the contact page so you can talk to me directly. I look forward to connecting with you. Happy investing.